Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jennifer C. at HomeLifeCultureLink.com, Nino Simeka at MortgageGodfather.ca, and Jewelry Forever at JewelryForever.ca. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Welcome to episode 82. I got it right this time, Regine. Why? Because we talked about it right before we came on, and I wrote it down. But good morning. Welcome to episode 82 of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. It's a gorgeous Sunday morning here in the city of Toronto. The sky is blue. In fact, not a cloud in the sky that I can see. So it looks nice. It looks warm. A nice day to be outside, I think, if as long as it's warm up. I don't actually know what the temperature is. Sometimes it can be cold even if it looks nice. But right now, looking out the window, it looks like it's a beautiful day. We will see. And anyways, I am your host, Scott Dion Brown, and I'm joined over the magic and power of the internet by the greatest co-host in all the galaxy, the one, the only,
Regine Alaina. Happy Sunday, everyone. Scott, we need to get you some lessons on being a weatherman.
Yeah, probably not the best weather. What's the weather today, Scott? Well, let's see. It looks nice.
It's 15 degrees in the city of Toronto, and I just stepped outside before I actually went on, and it's cool, but it should be getting hotter, especially if you're in the sun. Just saying.
Wow, 15 degrees.
I got you.
Yeah, 15 degrees is not that warm. That's like nice. That's like you got to wear like a light jacket at 15.
I mean,
or at least
it depends. Because like if you're going from spring to summer and winter to spring and you get 15 degrees, you see people in shorts. But then in the summer into fall, when people are going from 30 degrees to 15 degrees, they're in coats. So it really depends.
Yeah,
what part of
makes sense.
You're looking at it.
That's true. It also depends like how windy it is, right? I find like, even if it's warm, if some wind hits you and it's like a cooler wind, that can ruin it. So we'll see.
Stay on the sunny side of the street.
Exactly. There you go. It's one of those days. One of those days. Who we got? We got. Hello, good morning, people. Angelo Pigeon, what's going on? Jeffrey Ox, good morning. Death Shot, good morning. Owen Slock, what's going on, Owen? Goat, good morning. Hello. Death Shot says he spent 5 hours on the trampoline last night, bouncing and stargazing, and I didn't stop.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't stop until my songs were finished. Oh, wait. Death Shot, which songs? You were working on songs, bouncing on the trampoline? What songs are you referring to?
That's a great way to get creative.
Yes. Actually, you know what? I think you know what he's referring to. You remember last week's episode we were talking about making the Lumberjack movie?
Oh my goodness!
And how that was going to be a musical.
Playlist for the movie.
Well, no. He asked me in chat the next day. He's like, Scott, what's my line in the movie? And I was like, oh well, it's gonna be a musical, so it's gonna be singing. He's like, oh, okay. Oh, he says he's making a playlist. A playlist of songs he's making. I gotcha. I see. Nice. Oh, I see. He bounced. I get it. He had a playlist playing, and he bounced on the trampoline until his playlist was done. That's what it was.
What kind of songs do you listen to? I'm curious. Like, to jump on a trampoline for that long, what kind of music do you listen to?
Yeah, that's true. Death Shot, what music do you listen to when you're bouncing on a trampoline? What kind? Hey, and Goat is also in the chat. Good morning, Goat. Hello. Welcome to the stream. All of you guys. I hope you're having a nice...
There's a lot of people on. Scott.
Yeah, pretty nice morning. Hey, it's Evolve. What's going on, Evolve? Welcome to our weekly talk show where we have a different guest on every week. And we just sit and chat and just hang out and have a nice time. So good morning, everybody, if it's morning where you are, tuning in the world. It's 11 a.m. here, or I guess just after 11 now. Regine, how was your week?
Good. Sorry, I got distracted by Deathshot's comment. Sorry.
What did he say? Oh.
He's been listening to some of your songs, Scott.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Game covers, jazz songs, jazz and some of Scott's songs, and instrumental songs. Cool. Well, thanks for listening to some of my songs there, Deathshot. Appreciate ya. What'd you say?
I think Deathshot should add some of our guest music onto his playlist because most of her songs are more jumpable than Scott's covers.
I would agree with that, Regine. I would agree. Yeah. Speaking of that, why don't we bring in our guest? What should we say about our guest today? Well, first thing we should say is this is actually her third appearance on the show. And she was on our second episode ever, back when we were at the old studio. And she was on our 50th episode.
Which you missed.
Which I missed, yes, correct. And now here she is on episode 82. And I don't know if you noticed, but just before I said that, I glanced over at the paper again because I had to remind myself what episode number it is. But ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the sit down a very talented singer-songwriter, friend of the show. Her new single, Must Be, has just come out. Please welcome to the show, Mauve.
Hey everyone! Thank you for having me back.
Welcome
Chat with you
back.
guys always.
You're always welcome.
Thank you.
Honestly, actually, you are always welcome. Every time Scott and I talk, we're like, we should get it. Who are we gonna get on the show this week? And he's like, we should ask Mauve. We always say bring you back at least once a month.
Yes, it's always exciting to come back. You guys are awesome, and congrats on 82 episodes. You know, come such a long way.
It's been
So
80
cool.
episodes since you've been on this first time.
I
It's true.
know.
Yeah, it's weird to see that number because then you realize I'm like, wow, we've really done this that many times, and it's like, yeah, I mean we've
Every week.
yeah, it's been pretty much every week. We've only missed a handful of weeks, right? One of them was because of
We only missed one or
Sorry?
two. I think we only missed 2 episodes.
yeah, we missed one right at the beginning of this pandemic. And that was literally because it was a last second, we were going to do the show. We were ready to do it. And then suddenly we were being told, that was before they hadn't put in any restrictions or anything yet. But people were just sort of talking about, you probably shouldn't do that. And I had also recently
Just traveled.
traveled. And again, at that time, they hadn't even put now they're saying, if you've traveled, you must stay home. But they hadn't even said any of that yet. But we were just okay, for safety. And we weren't sure what to do. So that was we missed that one. And then what other episodes did we miss? Oh, yeah, there was one time when
the studio was closed.
That's right. Yeah, the 1 week the studio there was something wrong with the studio, so we couldn't go there. Were those the only 2? I think they were.
Although you have missed more episodes than I actually have, just saying.
Actually, yeah, is that actually true? That might be true, right? I think that's actually true.
Oh.
I think it is because you always seem to miss every 10th episode.
Yeah, that's
His
right.
day off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's traveling somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, yeah, that's right. So, Mauve, your second appearance on the show, I was not there. That was episode 50, and I was not there. I was not there.
Called in for a little bit.
That's right, I did. Yeah, that's right. I was busking at the what's it called? It's a farmer's market. Yeah, but there's a name for the specific one. It was the Stiver Mill. I was busking at the Stiver Mill Farmer's Market in Unionville, Ontario. And it wasn't just like it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go out and busk there. Like I was actually hired to like be the musical artist there. So I just
Nice.
anyway, yeah. But I couldn't get out. Yeah. No, but I mean, I had to specify because I don't want it to be like, 'cause, sometimes people see a busker at the side of the street and they're just like there, like, oh, I could busk over here. And then it wasn't like I thought, I'm not going to do the show. I'm just going to go busk. It was like, I was scheduled to appear, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you can get back to busking soon.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
performing in general, right?
Yeah. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I hope. I mean, what the thing is actually, if a lot of things are shut down, but I've got to think sort of open air performances in places like that where people are walking around outside, that'll probably one of the first things to come back if I had to guess.
I think there are some farmers markets that are already like reopening.
Yeah.
So could be coming soon.
Could be. So there you go. In the chat we got Goat says he listens to emo rap. I don't even know what that sounds like, but
interesting.
That'd be interesting.
Really depressing rap music.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Let's see. Oh, Maria Brown says, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mrs. Brown.
Good morning, Mom. And Emerald B says, hi, Mauve, and then puts a purple or pink heart.
Aw, hey, Emerald. So sweet.
She just released new music, didn't she, or a new video? We should get her
Emerald
on the
B?
show.
I guess we should get her on the show. Right?
From Girl
Okay.
You can see her post some new things.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, thanks for tuning in there, Emerald B. And all of you guys, thank you for tuning in. So, Mauve, how have you found this? Well, I've been starting every interview like this, but, I guess it makes sense. That's what we're living through. But how have you been finding, this new normal that we're living in here? How have you found it?
Yeah. Say we're like 3 months in it now, so kind of already have my own routine established. A few months ago, probably would have been a little bit more lost trying to figure out what I should be doing, but now, this is kind of the new normal. So I've just been finding, important ways of staying creative. So exercising, doing some yoga, very important. Going for bike rides outside just to get out, see the neighborhood. And I've also been writing new songs. So been having more time to explore different things on the guitar and on the piano, since, it's a good time to kind of step out of the box and find a new way of doing things since we have so much time to kind of explore. So it's been really fun to try new things.
Awesome. Do you find, so your main workout, I guess you probably work out at home mostly. Is yoga the main workout? Because I've just found my workouts they've just fallen off. Because I used to go to the gym in my building, but all that's closed. And so the only workout I can do in here is maybe some push-ups. I've got a couple weights, but it's just, I don't know. I found it. Anyway, so what kind of workouts have you been doing? You said yoga, and what else you do?
Yeah, there's been some really good IG lives that different fitness instructors have offered that you can just follow along with them, and they just use basic items. If you have a couple weights maybe in your house. I'm not a bodybuilder myself, so I don't have any equipment. So just simple things, little routines that they do. And then also there's a lot of yoga videos on YouTube that I follow. So I just find those are a good way just to get the body moving, get some exercise during the day.
I should probably try that. I don't know. I was finding it.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing in general, this slowdown. I think I mentioned this briefly last week as well, but I can feel that my entire pace of everything. I just feel sluggish. I'm just not moving as fast. I don't know. I find it's hard to get motivated when you don't really have any specific places to go or be at any time. It's
yeah. Kind of have to create your own schedule, kind of plan it out yourself, which is not the easiest.
But Scott, I feel like if you got back to working out, your body will naturally build that adrenaline again, and you won't be as sluggish as you currently are. Yeah,
I think you're right. You're definitely right about that. Because right now it's the only things that I really have set times for are this show and the live streams. Exactly. Yeah. So it's 8:30 p.m. Eastern. every night, Monday to Friday, I play video games with a lot of the people who are in the chat here tonight. And then Sunday morning I have the sit down. And like literally Sunday morning, this is the only time where I fix my hair. Literally the only day of the week. So it's...
Do you just wear a hat during your stream?
Yes. Every live stream. Guys, tuning in, there's a bunch of you here watching who are in the streams. The reason I wear the hat, one, it looks so cool, obviously. But the other one is I just don't fix my hair when I go outside. I wear a hat. I've never worn a hat more often than this time we're going through right now.
Than when you're indoors.
Right.
Yeah. But even outdoors, like...
It's gotta sit down. Sorry.
A sit down hat?
We get you a sit down hat? Yeah. Just so that you're rubbing all the time.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean,
You
the other thing is...
should.
Yeah, like get that merch, because I've got the hat. I mean, sorry, I've got the shirt. I've got the mug, obviously.
You have the mouse pad.
I do have the mouse pad, although the mouse pad's not here. The mouse pad's at the other studio.
Nice.
Yeah, I ordered a mouse pad because when we started doing the show at our other studio, I noticed in the camera angle that we were using, you could see the my mouse, and I was just like, oh, that would be cool. So you know, little adjustments here and there. But now from this angle you can't see it, but that's why I wear. And also the other thing I've been doing is like I wear this shirt. Every single episode now I've been wearing it, whereas on the old show or rather in the other studio, I don't wear the same thing every week. But because we don't have a big sit down sign behind us here, I figured I wanted some branding. So, you know,
very on brand.
I should get a sign somewhere.
Yeah. In fact, Regine, you know what I was thinking about? Maybe do you want me to like deliver a mug to you?
Sure.
Yeah. Because at least then you'll be able to, talk to him. Oh, Emerald B says Helium. Is that the new name of her new song, Helium?
I think
Possible.
I think it is. Yeah. All right, so check out Emerald B, everybody. Her song Helium. Nightwolf, welcome to the show. Hello, good morning, welcome. This is our weekly talk show, The Sit Down. Nightwolf says try going to the gym with other people. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, Nightwolf. But all the gyms are closed right now. All the gyms are closed, so I can't go anywhere. I can't go to the gym. But
at your parents' place, huh?
Yeah, that's true. I could. Oh, she says I released it in the winter. Emerald B. She says I released it in the winter. Okay, cool. Helium by Emerald B. Everybody. And Deathshot says I just don't worry about my hair a lot. Yeah, me neither. You know the other problem with it, and I guess you guys are probably in the same boat. Is like I can't get a haircut, so my hair is just like you know. I mean, you guys, I can't imagine you guys probably haven't been able to do much to your hair either in this time. Is your hair just getting heavy and like hard to manage?
My hair is just getting longer and longer as the day goes
Yeah.
But I can only imagine what your brother's hair looks like.
His is even longer than yours.
Long. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
He doesn't want to cut it?
I find that because I'm not putting so much damage into my hair lately, like I'm not curling it or anything, or I always let it air dry, that it's actually getting a lot healthier. At least
I found that too about my makeup, like not putting makeup on every day. Like I just noticed it getting clearer, which is good. Natural.
Yeah,
there you
that's true.
go.
I think the time I wear makeup is if I'm on the sit down, or I feel like taking selfies that day, or if I'm gonna film a video for YouTube. I don't put makeup on any other day.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, this is
So
the only
how
day
about
of the week I have. This is the my makeup routine. My makeup routine. Ever since I stopped putting on makeup, my skin is really bouncing back. Which is good. Deathshot says my stepmom cuts my hair. She has more experience than me. Oh, that makes sense.
That's good.
Actually, you know what I did do the other day? I did have my girlfriend cut.
It's more?
She snipped across just the back. I said, okay, just go across the back with the scissors and try to make it a straight line. She really didn't want to do it, but so I think
very safely. Nothing too drastic.
Yeah. Well, then the other thing I've been doing, and I've done this before, but I had stopped for a while, but then I don't know, like the other day, I like after I shower, you're just looking in the mirror, and I would see like say a long strand coming out this way, so I'll just like grab it and just cut it off. And then I'm like, well, I took one from this side. Maybe I should take one from this side too. So then I'll go to this side and go. So like I've
You're
actually
brave.
well, my thoughts are, it's like when I eventually do get a haircut, they will take off a lot more than I hope than that. So, but I just have to be careful, because like it's the kind of thing where the more you do it, the more like overzealous you get. So I don't know. It's just a weird time. Just a weird time.
If it helps, Scott, my fiance has a full beard, and it just keeps growing and growing. I'm like, I need to get rid of that. And I heard that a lot of barbershops and hair salons are already taking pre-booking appointments. So if you really want a haircut, you should call your person now or email them, because some places are booked until December.
No.
It's supposed to be opening really soon. So
wow.
But a tip that I've heard is email them, book it the earliest appointment that you can, and then let them know that if there was a cancellation from now until when your appointment is, to give you a call, and then you can be there within like 30 minutes and they'll put you in.
Oh.
Just a heads up for those who are curious.
My only issue is, you know what it is with me though? My only issue would be like, I don't know when I'll feel like safe enough to want to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's
That's
that.
the difference. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like, I mean, I don't know. Like I have a feeling, like even when stuff really starts to open up and starts to go back to normal, I'm curious at what point will I be like, oh, okay, great. Yeah, I'm gonna go sit down in a restaurant now. I'm gonna go grab. Like I used to love, like I love going to breakfast, you know, Saturday morning or Sunday. Well, it wouldn't be Sunday morning, because we did the show. But Saturday morning, it was a fairly regular thing for me to go for breakfast or brunch on a Saturday morning, and I'm not sure when, you know, I'll feel like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go do that again. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, like just because they say the state of emergency is going to end on this day and everything opens up, it's like, I'm not going to be rushing in for a seat, you know, just wait a little while, see how the numbers go.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let the second wave go and come through.
What's the thing? Yeah, that's right. They are warning that there could be, like, they don't know, right? They don't know if it's going to become something like a seasonal type thing where it's just sort of it comes back every now and again. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, that's just how that goes. What?
Sorry. You should have gotten your girlfriend to cut your hair and then film it, because there's a lot of trending videos on quarantine haircuts at home. Just saying. I mean, you've neglected your YouTube
to shave it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true, actually, Regine. I haven't, you know what, I haven't posted any regular videos on my, I mean, actually, my channel's busier than it's ever been, because there have been daily, you know, live streams. But yeah, in terms of just regular videos, I haven't put one up in a while, because I'm still editing my short film, so I'm trying not to take on any other projects until then. But you're right, I do need to get some videos on there. I've got a bunch that need editing. Like, they've been filmed already, but they just need to be edited. But
like the Cider Festival a year later. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but actually that one, I've got other vlogs, like even like, because I was on vacation right before the pandemic started. I have a vlog from that I haven't edited, so there's lots to do.
It's 3 months, no big deal.
Yeah, there are others that have been longer than that, so yeah.
The Cider Festival was in August or July.
Yeah. Exactly, there you go. So Mauve, let's talk about your latest single, Must Be. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this song's from my EP, Palette, which I released back in October. Mm-hmm. So this song is just about, you know, celebrating a new love in your life. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like love in a relationship. There's so many other forms of love out there, but they all spark that same good feeling in you. So I also have the music video for this song out on YouTube. So if people want to check it out, it's on there.
Yeah, link is in the description, everybody. If you do want to, if you want to check out the music video, don't click it now, because you're watching the show right now. So yeah, don't click it now. But yeah, it's a really fun video, and it's got a nice beat to it. You can't help but dance.
You can't help but jump on a trampoline.
Yeah, it's for jumping on trampolines. You know,
There you
that
go.
type of song.
There you go, Death Shot. Definitely one to add to your playlist there. Should we give it a listen?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, let's do that. Is there anything else you want to say about the song before we play it, or should we just play it, Mauve?
No, I just appreciate the support for it. I'm glad you guys enjoy it.
Okay. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the sit down world premiere of Must Be by Mauve.
Hide away in my shadow, not a hope in my dark. Waiting on the sun to shine here, and it's faded. What a day. Hey. Now I don't wanna just wait around for a sign to tell me if and when, 'cause sparks are growing stronger than the silence that's creeping. Don't have to wait another day to finally say the words I'm feeling. Now the colors showing now, my heart is glowing. Must have been love, must have been love, must have been love, must have been love. When you don't even have to try to make it right, it must have been love, must have been love, must have been love, must have been love. Now I know there is no other that keeps me covered like you. You see the worst when I fall down, and still somehow I don't mind. I don't wanna just slow down on what we have. It came so soon, and stagnancy brings more to lose. The dullness of my sight, so break apart when you are near, shimmering with words so clear. Now the colors showing now, my heart is glowing. Must have been love, must have been love, must have been love, must have been love. When you don't even have to try to make it right, it must have been love, must have been love, must have been love, must have been love. Oh, the hurt, it works out. In the world you came out. 'Cause now the colors showing now, my heart is glowing. Must have been love, must have been love, must be love. When you don't even have to, 'cause you make it right. Must have been love, must have been love. Oh,
And that was Must Be. What must it be? It must be love, ladies and gentlemen. That was Must Be by Mauve. Add it to your Spotify playlist. You can find it anywhere where digital music is sold and streamed. So find it there. And also the music video for that song is, of course, on YouTube. Link in the description. That song, as well as this entire episode, as well as pretty much every episode of The Sit Down, was brought to you by some very important people, right, Regine?
Yes, it was.
Yes, we are actually talking about, of course, our fantastic advertisers. Hey, Regine, Do you want to find out what your home is really worth?
Potentially.
Are you buying or selling a home?
Depends on how much my house is worth.
Well, then, guess what?
What?
Jennifer C., Realtor at Home Life Culture Link, is here to help. Call or text Jennifer today at 647-403-8887. Don't deal with just anyone. Speak to a professional. Jennifer C. at Home Life Culture Link. To see her current listings, visit homelifeculturelink.com. The Mortgage Godfather is here to give you advice with any mortgage needs you may have, and he will shop to find you the best mortgage. Nino Saimeka, mortgage agent. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse.
What you cracked there, Scott?
That was a good one, right? He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. Find out more at mortgagegodfather.ca or call 905-604-6955. And it was brought to you by Jewelry Forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East Markville. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, and change watch batteries, all done on site. And we have an amazing deal worked out with them right now, don't we, Regine?
Yes, we do, Scott. If when you go into the stores when they reopen, make sure you mention that Scott and Regine sent you, and you will get 15% off your entire purchase.
That's right, 15% off. Tell them Scott and Regine sent you. They've got an amazing selection of items. You'll be sure to find something special for the special person on your list, and get yourself a wonderful discount. 15% off. Just tell them they sent you. You can find out more at jewelryforever.ca. And also, speaking of amazing deals, how about this deal, Regine? How about free? Everyone likes free, right, Regine?
Free what?
Free giveaways. If you follow Jewelry Forever on Instagram, they are doing a whole bunch of different giveaways. They've got one for Canada Day coming up, and they've also got one for Father's Day. All you have to do is be following them at Jewelry Forever on Instagram and like their posts, and you will be entered to get yourself a beautiful giveaway. Maybe you win something nice just in time for Father's Day or other things. Just check them out, jewelryforever.ca, and find them on Instagram as well. And if you would like to advertise on the show, it's very easy, isn't it, Regine?
It's so easy, Scott. All you guys have to do is email us at radioshowad. That's radioshowad@gmail.com.
That's right. We do this show live every week, and the ads are also read live. What does that mean? It means that you can customize these ads week to week. So do you have a sale or a special event or a particular thing that's happening at your business at a specific time and place? Well, then we can let your potential audience know in real time every week. It's a very personal relationship that you can build with a potential new client base. So get in touch. Radio show ad, radioshowad at gmail.com. And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. We're here with Mauve, and really fun song, Must Be. I liked it very much. Good job on that one there, Mauve.
Thank you. And the music video was a lot of fun to do as well. So just being a part of the whole process, it's really exciting to see it all come together and be able to share it with everyone now.
Yeah, it's fun, and it definitely suits the feel of the song as well. So you said you've been working on. I guess you've been taking this downtime we've all had to write some new stuff, write some new songs. So what have you been working on?
Yeah, so I do have several songs that I've been wanting to make into, another EP possibly. So I have been working with producers kind of over email, with them making some new beats and instrumentals. So now that some things are opened up, I'm, debating when the time is right to go into the studio to professionally record the vocals. So I'm thinking, you're just going into the sound booth, isolated, private, wipe down the mic maybe, and then record. So I might do that sometime this month just to get things all rolling and finish the songs.
That's so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a cool thing about, I mean, I think I've even said this several times on the show over the course of this thing we're going through, but like if there was a time to be going through something where we have to be isolated from each other, I mean, now's kind of the best time ever because we can still be so connected. Like here we are, we're doing a talk show right now and we're all just at home doing this talk show. But it's so cool that you're able to, still create music. You can be in touch with your producers. They can be producing the beats. You can be like, so you're still be able to work and be creative through this time. So that's pretty cool. But then again, to your second point, what you said about, going into the studio. Yeah, I mean, that should be pretty safe. I mean, you're the person. Yeah, because even the producer that you'd be working with is like, they'll be in a separate room, basically.
Yeah.
And you'll be in, right? So that's pretty good. Yeah, that's one thing like...
it works pretty well.
Yeah, because I've been actually getting conversation with, like I play in a couple bands, right? So I know Siggy, we have a group chat with our band, and he's mentioning, apparently rehearsal studios might be opening up soon. But I was like, well, I mean, the problem with that, I think, is, well, one, we're all going to be in the same room, and two, like a place like a rehearsal studio, I mean, it like, that new people are changing over and they're almost on the hour. So I was like, I don't know if, how, that's a different type of thing.
There's a
but,
lot of you guys in this band.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, there's like, I mean, it can grow to it's various sizes, but when we do the full band with the horn section and everything, it's a lot of people in one place. And then if we're going into a highly trafficked area, but I guess you obviously haven't been able to perform live either, right? How have you found that? You've not been able to do any rehearsals or any of that stuff. How's that adjustment been?
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like around this time last year, would have had so many festivals and shows lined up for the summer because this is really the time when it's like performing season. But they announced that all festivals are off for the whole summer. So just really been doing virtual concerts that have, had that platform either on Instagram or YouTube, just doing that. So
That's
solo
awesome.
though, can't really do it with a band that way, unfortunately. So yeah.
That's cool. How have you found the virtual concerts? I've been thinking about doing something like that. I haven't done it yet, but what's your experience with it been like?
Yeah, they're pretty cool because you can still see people in the comments responding, so you can still interact with people. Of course, nothing beats like the live element with all of the sounds on stage. So it is, a much smaller version, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Something.
Cool. Yeah, it's a different thing. I mean, I've been live streaming, right? And like I said, I only really started regularly live streaming gaming because of this, right? But now that it is a different thing when you have an audience watching, like in the chat. It's cool. You can still build an interesting relationship with viewers and stuff. It's pretty fun. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's more personal because you actually see like their name and stuff. It's not like they're just in the crowd sitting somewhere. So, yeah.
That's a good point, actually. That's right, because usually, you're playing live. I mean, sure, if some of your friends have come, you know them, but otherwise you see just a group of faces, but you don't necessarily know. That's true. You can actually have an individual conversation with each person in a lot of ways. That's interesting.
Yeah. Seeing the good side of things, the positive side of things.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess, well, you're probably in the same boat. I mean, I really am eager to get on an actual stage at some point. I'm hoping sooner than later. But
yeah, we'll see how things look, how the numbers go down, and because even I think Canadian Music Week was supposed to happen in May. Like I was signed up to go to the conference and stuff, but then they moved it to fall. So I wonder if that is even going to happen because it's such a big gathering of people. They're even going to do Canadian Music Week in the fall.
I mean, do you think they'll do stuff like, Like, can you imagine going to a live music venue and they've got like circles like painted on the ground, and so each
No.
That would be interesting, especially for a venue like not Molson Amp anymore, but the Budweiser stage where they have that lawn section.
Yeah.
Do circles.
Hmm.
Oh.
I mean, you guys have
Never
probably
thought
seen,
of that.
yeah, you guys have probably seen the pictures of what is it, Trinity Bellwoods Park in Toronto? Where have you seen the circles they've spray painted there?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's so strange, but it works.
It looks, yeah, it does seem to work. And the picture looks so weird. Like, I've seen some like bird's eye footage, like I guess drone footage of it, and it looks, I don't know. The only word to describe is it looks weird. But you know, I mean, I guess it's a way to allow people to still enjoy the outdoors while still staying away from each other, I guess. But it's
I mean, I enjoy the outdoors just by sitting outside. I don't need to go to a park to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I guess some people would rather do that,
Yeah, like squished in with a bunch of other people,
right?
like it was a couple weeks ago. It's not my cup
Yeah.
of tea.
Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, I mean, I've been going outside almost every day, but again, I just avoid anyone. And if I see an area where I think there looks like even if I'm walking down the street, like, because the two of us, we go for a walk, and usually we just pick our route based on what looks empty. So if we look down the street and we kind of see what look like several people, we'll just go another way. So, yeah, I wouldn't ever really approach an area like, I have no desire to go to the park. Let's put it that way. But if you want to go, there are now circles on the ground, so you can do that.
Well, it's also like all the protests that are going on around the world. We're in the midst of a pandemic, and then you get thousands and thousands of people on the street. Many are in masks, many are not. It's like, how do you prevent catching the virus in that sense? If it's a good cause.
I wonder how that's going to affect things, if we'll see a difference because of them.
Like, I'm sure in 2 weeks' time the numbers will change, but it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, I know that a little while ago there was a spike in numbers, and people think that spike was because of Mother's Day. Yeah, that's right. So, and it was about 2 weeks after that. So I'm hoping not, but I've got to say, I think you're right there, Regine. I think there's no, I mean, it seems to me kind of unavoidable that would happen. You are right that I think a lot of people were wearing masks, but and I know also, you know, a lot of people who were going, I think they did say that there were efforts being made to stay away from each other as much as possible, but I've seen a lot of images of people who are just, you know, a lot closer than the 6 feet, and also a lot not wearing masks, you know. So.
My aunt who lives in Ohio, she was saying with one of the protests, I'm not sure if it was Columbus or I think it was Columbus, there's actually someone there that was positive with COVID, and it kind of freaked everyone out when they found out. But I also think you know that you're going to protest, you want to go protest, you're going to be there in the midst of a pandemic. You know your chances are now higher of catching something if you're not wearing a mask.
Hopefully people are self-isolating after attending the protests, and
that's what they're saying.
Trying to restrict it.
They're saying if you went to a protest, you should be in self-isolation for 2 weeks. But will they? I don't know.
So you're saying there was somebody who went to that protest who knew that they actually had it,
and they still went.
I mean, that's, you know, again, I fully support the cause, but slightly irresponsible. Actually, no, hugely irresponsible. In the chat, Mike Brown, my dad. Good morning, all. Hope the show is going well. See you guys soon. It is going well. Thanks for tuning in, Paul.
Hi, Mr. Brown.
Hello.
Are you sitting by the pool watching the show?
You know, he probably is. He probably is. Yeah. As long as it's nice out, and it is. It looks nice. It's yeah, he's out there for sure. He's out there. Deathshot says he was talking about your song, Mauve. He says it's going to be stuck in my head for today now.
Oh, I appreciate that.
He liked it. And then he also commented again about what we're talking about now. He says you need more than masks. And well, he's right. I mean, you gotta, masks are important, but also the social distancing and all that stuff. So yeah, be careful out there, people. Be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, good stuff.
Get the hand sanitizer.
On
Yeah,
a
exactly.
lighter note, I do want to wish a special viewer a happy birthday. She's not just a viewer, but she's also been a guest on our show twice now. We just wanted to wish Liz, Miss Teen Galaxy Canada 2019, a very happy birthday.
Oh, Liz Marnock, one half of the Marnocky, right?
Yes.
That's right. Liz, happy birthday. That's right. She was a guest.
She's officially 19. You can enjoy your day in any way you want to. Happy birthday.
Yes, you can, but don't go to a bar. Don't go to a restaurant. Don't go anywhere. But enjoy it. But enjoy it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Liz. Yes, she was a guest. When she was a guest? A few weeks ago now, right? Maybe a month?
A month ago.
A month ago. It's weird to think that it's been 3 months already of this. It is 3, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you
now.
in 4 months or 3.5 months.
Yeah, that's
2020, what's going on?
Did you guys
Your dad says it's
Yeah, no, go.
sorry. Your dad says it's beautiful, and he is by the pool. That's not fair. Gotta rub it in.
Yeah. Actually, we just got I went over there and got we got the pool heater hooked up to the pool. So
Nice.
now it's nice and warm. Well, actually, we never had a as long as I have no, in fact we were talking about it. Again, we stayed away from each other, social distance people. But we did. We were talking about how I have no memories of my childhood where the heater for our pool was functional. So yeah, sometime when we were kids, somewhere in the neighborhood of I don't know, years and years ago, it broke, right? And then it was one of those things. I think we never used it that much to begin with, because usually if it's warm, the pool already gets naturally heated, so we would just swim in it that way. But we finally, years and years and years later, the one thing about it is when you don't have a heater on the pool, you can't keep it open, for as long as you otherwise could. Like now with the pool open, we could, if we wanted to, you could swim until December if you wanted to, but you probably aren't going to do that. But so now at least it's warmer than lake water. It can actually be a nice warm toasty pool if we wanted it to be.
Nice.
So with it being 15 degrees outside, I'm sure your dad has the heater on right now.
Yeah, definitely. Well, exactly. That's the thing. Like a day like today, even if 15 is too cold, I think, to jump into a pool that's not heated. But on a heated pool, it's you could jump in and it's almost warmer than the air, right? So you could just swim around and be nice and happy in there.
Bath water.
Right?
Yeah. Exactly. What do you guys prefer, a heated pool, or how do you guys prefer? What temperature would you guys swim at in a pool?
I have an above ground pool in my backyard, and for me, it has to be at least 80 degrees for me to swim in it. That's
There you
my
go.
cutoff.
Yeah, I think they
A
got it
pool
up
is
to
a
82. Yeah. Well, Regine, are you somebody who would jump in a lake and swim?
No.
Heated,
Depends if it's
heated
clean.
Well, so I'm eczema prone. So for me to jump in a lake, I'm putting my whole body at risk by doing that. Jumping in a swimming pool with chlorine, I would rather do that. I know there's more chemicals, but at least I know what the chemical is compared to a lake. When I went to the Philippines and the resort that we stayed at for a weekend, there was the beach and then there salt water and then there was a pool. And I would rather be in the beach or seawater than chlorine at that point.
Yeah, makes sense. So you found salt. Yeah, I think salt water is salt water good for your skin? I think it is.
So much better for my skin than it is to be in a pool of chlorine. I tested it. I went into I was sitting in the sea and I just chilled there all day, and then at night, so my skin got a lot better. My eczema got better, and then I went to the pool and it dried the heck out of my skin. I was like,
wow. I guess all the minerals and stuff in the salt water really help to, with your skin.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Have you ever been in a saltwater pool?
Yes. My
Those are so weird.
my uncle has one and it's heated, so like I'll be there. I miss that pool actually.
Yeah, like you don't expect it, but you're like tasting salt in your mouth and being in the pool. It's like, what's happening?
Yeah, the pool in my building is a saltwater one, and I think that was the first one I've ever been in, and I had no idea, right? So yeah, exactly. I got in, and I it's not like the type of pool. It's not a big. You can't dive in it. It's just sort of. It's basically great for swimming lengths, or just like chilling in, I guess. So I go in and I like put on my goggles and I start swimming lengths, and yeah, exactly. I saw them like, what is that?
Yeah.
It's a very weird feeling, but I think it is way better for you though. I think they are better than the chlorine ones, I guess.
For sure.
But I'm not used to it. It takes getting used to. It's Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about is snacks and packs. It's we were talking a little bit about actually we've talked quite a bit about the pandemic because it's hard to avoid things that are going on right now. But the Canada's Top Choice Council is running a GoFundMe right now, and it is a program called Snacks and Packs. And what it's for is they're raising money to donate lunches and snacks to frontline healthcare workers who are working in hospitals and clinics across the Greater Toronto area. And so if you would like to support that, look up Snacks and Packs on GoFundMe. And you can find this photo you're looking at right now is the title photo. So that's what it looks like. And we've been donating to basically different hospitals all across the GTA, bringing them snacks and lunches. It's a great way to support, the people there. They're literally saving lives and also putting themselves at risk. It's a very, very dangerous time to be working in those conditions. But it's also very busy. They're dealing with a lot of patients and they're long, long hours. And bringing them snacks and lunches is just a way to take one more thing off their plate by putting something on their plate. I just thought of that. Very clever.
Good job.
Very, very clever. But look up Snacks and Packs on GoFundMe if that's something you'd like to support, and that's brought to you by the Canada's Top Choice Council. So check it out, Snacks and Packs. One thing I wouldn't mind pointing out, and Snacks and Packs is something like that, is this is a very, very obviously it's been an insane year. We've got a whole bunch of terrible things happening. Obviously there's the pandemic, and there's now more recently all the protests and the horrible killing of George Floyd. It's a really, really depressing time to be doing stuff. But I did want to point out, though, through this you are seeing a lot of people that are really making the best of it and coming together to support each other. We're seeing it both in the protests and people taking care of each other and looking out for each other, and also in the pandemic as well. Donating their time, donating their money as well. Especially with the pandemic, I've heard stories of people who, they're checking in on neighbors and people who are more vulnerable. They're making meals for each other. They're just it's important in these times. I think it's easy to feel sad about the state of the world, and there is a lot to be sad about. But I think it's also important to remember we are going through all this stuff together, and I think we're seeing that there are a lot of good people out there as well. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot more voices being heard, which is what we need.
Yeah, exactly. It's important. It's important, I think, to not lose hope.
Yeah. We'll get through it together.
Exactly. Exactly. We are in this together. We are. And so stay hopeful, people. There's lots to do. me saying that kind of brought. I think I just slammed the conversation to a standstill.
Deep thoughts.
But I don't know. I got.
What else is on your list?
On my list. Oh, actually, one thing we haven't talked about, Regine, and we haven't talked about it for a couple of weeks, is your YouTube channel. You posted a video recently. Tell us about it, Regine, and then we're gonna get Mauve's thoughts on it because she watched it as well. She also watched the video.
Yes.
Yeah, so I recently did a review on El Maquillage, which is a cosmetic company that allows you to do a quiz online. It's like a 90-second quiz. Actually, it's a lot quicker than that if you read fast, on finding the perfect foundation match for your skin tone. Scott, I'm sure you know all about foundation and the perfect skin match.
It's something I think about every day. Every day. I can't go to bed without thinking about it.
Right? So I did that. I put my thoughts into the video. I am wearing the same outfit. I promise I have more clothes than that. But yeah, it was fun to test and see if you could actually order the perfect match online.
Yeah, it was a good video because I was curious about the product myself, so it gave me a good idea on what to expect. So thank you.
No problem. God, did you watch it?
I did watch it. It was very informative. Well, I mean, from my perspective, I mean, the thing is actually both of your last two videos, Regine, are things that I knew that I had no idea existed. And so it was informative for me in that regard, but it was also like interesting to watch. Like I enjoyed it. And I've said it before, but I will say you've really hit the ground running with your YouTube channel. Like you don't come across as somebody who just started a channel. And obviously it's because you've been speaking publicly in this show for 82 episodes now. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're a lot of fun. Check out Regine. There's a link to Regine's channel in the description as well, everybody. Sub to Regine, and sub to Mauve as well while we're at it. And, I don't know. I guess you don't want to spoil the video or not, but would you recommend to people to buy makeup online, or what do you think?
If you want to test it out, go for it. I know I was really hesitant. I don't really like buying. I like buying things online. It's just when it comes to makeup, I'm more particular with what I'm purchasing. Like I need to do my research first. What am I putting on my face? Of course, what am I putting on my skin? What is my skin absorbing? But I was just like, you know what? For the sake of YouTube, let's try it out, see how it goes, because I already use a custom blend foundation every day, or not now during the pandemic, but usually every day. So I was interested to see if the foundation that I make myself to match would actually match the foundation that I bought online. So it was interesting. Cool. I do think I need to create a new foundation though, just because I tanned really hard this weekend. So
yeah, I guess that makes sense. So do you find, is that a regular thing? Like through the years, do you have to like adjust your blend through the course of the year? Is that a regular thing to do?
There's two seasons in foundation. There's your summer foundation and your winter foundation.
That's true.
Because in the summer, you obviously get a lot darker, depending if you tan or not. And then in the winter, you get a lot lighter. So you have two different types of foundation.
Incredible. I am learning things here.
Exactly.
Mauve, would you buy, after watching Regine's video, would you purchase foundation online?
I don't want to spoil anything either for the viewers, but yeah, I'm the type of person that wants to be assured what I'm getting. Like, I'd rather go into the store and try it out, see how it looks on my skin. But it's good that she reviewed it because I kept seeing ads for this product and, it looked good. So I was curious about it. So, yeah.
Their sponsored ads are everywhere,
like every single day.
And
I'm sure you've seen them too, Scott, now that we're screaming El Maquillage onto your phone.
Well, that's the thing is that that's the thing. I actually haven't seen them, but I bet you I will now, because that happens creepily all the time. So
your phone listens.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Well, I've already seen a video on it, so I don't need those ads. I already know everything it is. Yeah, I guess makeup's a tough one to buy on. Yeah, what?
I was gonna ask. Now that you've seen it, would you order foundation?
I think I'm in this. You know what it is for me? It's the same boat to like clothing, right? Like I know you can every website or every basically clothing store has an online shop, right? And I have actually ordered stuff online, but there has to be a good return policy, I guess, because again, I mean, no matter how nice it looks in the picture, right? Okay, this looks like it'll fit me. This looks like it's my size, but clothes, and I imagine makeup is even more specific. It's like if it doesn't fit you right, you can't use it, right? And you won't really know until it arrives. So yeah, I would try it. Honestly, I would definitely try anything if the price was right. I mean, again, I'm not a frequent consumer of foundation, but if I was and I could get it online, yeah, I would do it. I love buying stuff online. Have you guys been doing more online shopping? Probably, right, since this started?
Yes.
Somewhat.
Yes and no. But one thing I should say, since you spoke about clothing, is there's a website or an app where you can actually get custom clothes made for you based on your own measurements. So they send you this like bodysuit that you have to put on, and then you face the camera, and it captures your measurements based on how you're wearing it, and like when you move your arms and your legs, like it measures how much your body moves in the clothes that you could potentially be buying.
It sounds like
That's
it can
so
be very
cool.
expensive.
It is expensive.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah, as soon as you
interesting
get into
to
the
see
world
what-
of... Oh yeah, sorry, go Regine.
No, I just was saying it's interesting to see what they're coming up with in terms of custom items based on an app.
Yeah. So they send you this. So this bodysuit is like it's like a one size fits all bodysuit with a whole bunch of like lines and things on it. So then you put it on, and based on how it fits you, they can tell.
I think it has like triggers on the suit so that the camera or the app can read where each item hits.
Wow.
It's kind of
That's so-
violating if you think about it.
Yeah. It's like you could be like, oh, I'm this size, and it's like, no, you're not. We know. We can see. Our computers have scanned your body. We know everything about you now. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then do you send them back the bodysuit? How does that work?
I don't know. I just seen it on YouTube where people have received the bodysuit, and then they receive the clothing items that they pick. But it's from what I've watched, it's very basic items. So like it's a basic t-shirt or shirt or pants. It's not like your fashionable blazer, or it's just I only say blazer because I know you like blazers, Scott, but it's like t-shirts and shirts and jeans, I think.
I see. Well, that's interesting. Oh, Israel Scott is in the chat. What's going on, Israel Scott? How are you? Welcome to the stream. It's our weekly talk show. Oh yeah, that's right. Taylor Brown is also in the chat. He says, oh yeah, because we were talking about his hair earlier. Remember? He said, my hair is longer and most likely softer. #feel it. So there we go. We can't feel it, Taylor. We have to stay 6 feet away. But
I mean, if his hair is that long, maybe we can.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's maybe that's a gray area. If the hair can reach, 3 feet away, and then your arm can reach 3 feet, maybe we can get a feel there. It's possible.
I mean, I've seen your brother's been doing coconut oil in his hair, so his hair must be softer.
He does take his hair care very seriously. He does indeed. Like I said, his hair is longer than I think both of your guys' hair, and it's
Is it?
Oh, he said he wasn't saying. He wrote as in
Maybe.
feel. He said as in feel it, bud. Hashtag figure it out. As in like, oh, I see. He didn't mean literally feel it. He meant like it was like an expression. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's been growing it for 4 years? Dude.
Wow. 4 years of growth. And that would be from like basically completely shaved off almost. I remember he did that. He like shaved it almost completely off. So it took 4 years to grow that long.
Commitment.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Mauve, what is well, I know you said you're working on new songs. So yeah, what's coming up? What do you got planned?
Yeah, so just working on finishing those songs now. So I'm hoping either late summer, early fall, we'll be able to release everything. Hopefully we'll see when things open up and, everything will be ready to go. So I'm excited to release some new music, and you can keep updated on what I'm up to on my Instagram and Facebook. If there's any virtual shows that I'm doing, you can find my Instagram, mauve.music. So, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I've got your Instagram is in the description, as well as the link to your YouTube channel. So subscribe to Mauve as well, everybody. Head on over there if you're watching this on YouTube. Click that link. Subscribe to Mauve, very, very talented singer. And when you do the virtual concerts on Instagram mainly, you said?
Yeah, usually they're on Instagram or someone's website. It all depends which, show it is, because they're all kind of different. They all do something different. So it's been an interesting time learning about all the different streaming services and making an account for everything, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So do you find the part that makes me curious is about on the technical side of things. So like when you perform on there, is it more like acoustic stuff, or do you sing to a backing track? And if so, do you have to like what do they have you do when you're going to perform on one of those?
Yeah, usually I do use backing tracks from my computer, because if it's an original song of mine, that's like the easiest way to play it. So I've been having to figure out what sounds best with playing it from my laptop or whatever and singing it, making sure all the audio works. So yeah, it's been okay.
Yeah, it's the other thing. This thing has turned us all into, most artists, if you're just used to performing live, right? But now it's like we almost have to be like the engineer as well, right? And taking care of the entire sort of other side of it. It's pretty interesting.
Having to hold down your own show.
Yeah. Like, in fact, some of the most stuff I've been buying online has been things for streaming. I mean, that's basically like I had to make, even before the pandemic started, like even just when we started doing the show in the other studio, tons of like, new lighting and stuff like that. And then for this, once we started this, I had to doing a lot more gaming. So I got some special gaming controllers and yeah, but there's a whole other side of it, the streaming part, because we're basically becoming broadcasters at that point. Like you're putting on an actual show. So lots of adjustments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I like virtual concert. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead. What were we saying? You like, yeah?
I do like virtual concerts. Like I'm naturally a concert goer in the summertime. So being able to connect, like Mo was saying, with the artist in that more intimate setting, I personally enjoy it, especially because I can connect it to the TV and it feels like you're actually at their concert. Or like they're serenading you.
Yeah, it's nice seeing artists in their home setting, kind of doing like a stripped down version of their songs. So yeah, I enjoy watching them too.
It's it's like, in fact, in a lot of ways, you're seeing another side of the artist. In a lot of times, you're seeing something that you really never would have been able to see. Like if you went to the concert, it's one type of environment, but you're right, because you're almost seeing them. You're right, in their own space, in their own environment. So it does add a whole other level. Yeah, it's interesting stuff.
Their natural habitat.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Julio232. Hello, mate. Hey, Julio. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. It is our weekly talk show, and we're interviewing singer-songwriter Mauve. Actually, oops. I accidentally just started playing the song for a second, but we're good. That was her song. Check it out. That was a little tiny split-second preview. I wanted to. Are there any other things you've been doing to like? Have you found any? I don't know, like new behaviors you've picked up, or like, are there any new hobbies, or like, what are things you've started to do since the pandemic started that you weren't doing before?
Yeah, I've been diving back into doing more painting, because I used to paint a lot a few years ago, and then I would just do music all the time, so I stopped painting. But now I'm like, you know what, let's get back into it. So I've been working on a few paintings, bringing out the canvas and the brushes. So that's been a really nice activity just to relax and paint.
Nice.
That's awesome. What kind of stuff do you paint in? And what do you paint? What kind of paints do you use?
I use acrylic, and right now I'm doing a painting of Rome because I'm kind of nostalgic on the trip to Italy I took last year. So just wanting to bring back those vibes again. So I'm doing a little bridge in the Vatican in the distance right now. So yeah.
That's so
Nice.
cool. Do you usually paint from like what would you say to paint something like that? Would you look at a photo and try to replicate it, or do you paint from memory, or how would you approach something like that?
Yeah, I do it based off of a photo. So I have one that I kind of browse through some pictures, and then I pick kind of the scene that I like. So it's a good guide because it's easier to figure out, how big things should be. So just do it that way and do it piece by piece.
So cool. That's awesome. Oh, Elizabeth Marnock is in the chat. Hey, Liz, we wished you a happy birthday earlier. Good afternoon and happy birthday. It's Liz Marnock, one half of the Marnocki. Hello.
I'm sure they're both there, just saying.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yes. Well, hello. Thanks for tuning in there, Liz. That's so cool. Oh, there you go. Regine, you also
Mauve,
just said
that's really
happy
cool
birthday.
Yes, I did. Mauve, it's cool that you got back into painting. I bought a paint by colors little canvas. I haven't started,
Nice.
but I was like, oh, I wonder how this will go. And I opened it. I was like, whoa, there's a lot. And
That's
they're
cool.
really small numbers too.
What's the painting of?
I don't remember. I'll show you on Instagram. I'll send you a message.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah,
I
will that
see
be
Scott has like a horse painting behind him. It looks like, I think.
Oh, behind me? Oh, it's it's Link from The Legend of Zelda here.
Oh, there it is. Nice. Did you paint that?
Yes, I did. No, I didn't. In fact, that was actually a gift from my brother years ago. And it was
Cool.
I've had it actually for a really long time. But then once I started live streaming, like we're right now, I'm sitting in kind of my live stream area, and so I've been steadily adding things to it, almost week to week, or almost day to day, I should say. So, like when I first started, there was nothing back there; it was just a white background or the wall, basically. And then I was like, hey, I wanted something there. Like, it's one of those things. The same thing with the sit down. It's like every episode, I'll watch it and I'll see something that could be made better, and so I've been slowly adding things onto my backdrop. So.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
Collection.
Yes.
It keeps growing.
It keeps growing, yeah. It's I think it looks cool on camera. It kind of looks a little messy in real life, to be honest, but
It looks like EB Games.
Yeah, that's all the stuff
I
you
know.
would find there.
I know so many Funko Pop characters. I know. It's very true. Have you watched any? You've been watching a lot of TV? Have you watched anything cool or new that you've discovered at this time?
Yeah, I've been watching a few Netflix series. I watched Waco, finished that. It was really interesting to learn about the events that happened. It's another one. Just, I like different, like, historical kind of conspiracy stuff. So there's been a few shows on Netflix as well that kind of dive in, like, different documentaries that are really interesting to me. So, yeah.
Cool.
What about you?
I've watched. I've been watching some trashy reality TV shows. Regine, we've been talking about those recently as well.
Which ones?
Love is Blind, right? That's the one, right? Well, like Love is Blind was the big one. And then there was Too Hot to Handle.
Can't believe you watched it.
It wasn't even. It wasn't
I
even
haven't
good.
even watched it.
It was
It's a trash TV, so.
Yeah, and honestly, I kind of recommend it, just so that you can see how bad it was. But I also don't recommend it because like you won't be happy that you watched it afterwards. So watch it if you want to just be like, why did I watch that? That'd be good.
It was like like watching Tiger King. You're just like, why am I watching this? But you still watch it anyway.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
right.
yeah, I
Tiger
saw
King.
that too.
Okay, good. She should watch
Watched that
Tiger
as well.
King.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it true that they're planning to make a Tiger King movie? I think I heard that. you
Yeah,
hear
I think
about
heard
that?
they were talking.
I heard that Carol Baskin actually was on the news, has been on the news making headlines lately.
Oh yeah, that's right. She now
Over the zoo.
yeah,
Yeah.
she owns it now, right? She owns the one. Yeah. That's right.
Crazy.
Oh, Deathshot says I'm back. I had power issues. Okay, well, welcome back there, Deathshot. He says he's been watching anime. My sister is forcing me to watch because I've watched every show I like on Netflix. Hey, there's some good animes out there, Deathshot. There are some good animes. Oh, and Na Yapan Kokuk. Hi, are you Korean? I am not Korean. I am half Caucasian and half Filipino. Although even that Filipino half, there's some Chinese in there. So part Chinese, part Filipino, part Spanish, part Canadian. But no, I'm not Korean. But welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show there. Watching on D Live. Hello. Hello. Oh, Taylor Brown says the Tiger King movie is going to have Nicolas Cage in it.
I get it.
Oh, wait.
If you're making a joke, I get it. If you're
Wait,
not
is that-
making a joke,
Yeah, is that actually no? Ted, is that true, or are you making a joke like as in Cage? I think he's serious. I think it is starring Nicolas Cage. I would.
it wasn't a joke.
I don't know. I'm asking. No, he says it wasn't a joke. It's
It
real.
wasn't.
You know what? I would watch that movie for sure.
Who would you think would play, or who do you recommend to play Carol Baskin? I feel like Meryl Streep would be a good. They
I
should
think
make it a musical.
Yeah.
I get
think
big like Hillary Clinton vibes from Carol Baskin. Like the way she talks just
Yeah.
reminds me so much of her.
You know what?
So
Yeah, I could see that.
that'd be my pick.
Yeah. I mean, Meryl Streep would definitely do. She doesn't. Yeah. She could. I mean, Meryl Streep could play like
She can play anyone.
anybody basically, but yeah, like I would love to see somebody really amazing, like an amazing actor like take on that role like that. My only concern if they make the movie is if they just make it as like a kind of a gimmick to try to grab money, then I don't know if it'll be good, but my hope is that they'll actually like get some good writers and actually create it. Yeah.
I feel like Netflix was already a movie. It was like a documentary. It felt like
Yeah.
a mockumentary.
Yeah, it already got so big, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know what else they want.
Stop giving them more money.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I watched. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go. I don't.
I watched this little YouTuber. Her name is Claire Crosby, and it's like her and her family. They do a bunch of covers and songs and stuff. And she is a huge Disney fan. I think she's like 6 or 7 years. I think she's 7 or 8. I don't know how old she is, but she created this YouTube video where it's like she's different Disney princesses, and they're all in a What's Up video. And there is a twist to Tiger King there. So if you are interested, it's really cute and really funny. I wasn't
Oh.
expecting it, and I laughed really hard.
Sweet. What was her name again?
Claire Crosby.
Claire Crosby. Okay, cool. I'll check it out.
I'll send
Yeah.
you the. It's so funny.
All right, sweet. Oh, Deathshot says I've been watching Scott Dion Brown. I don't know if you've heard of him. I haven't heard of him, Deathshot, but
I haven't heard of it.
but I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. Naya Pan says, can you open a YouTube link, please? I have a nice song. I don't have it set up that I can open it right now, but if you share it in the chat, I can look at it after the stream is over. I'll check out your song, sure. Oh, and Taylor says it will be an 8-episode series starring Nicolas Cage as Joe Exotic.
Is this real life?
I mean, the thing is, Regine, seeing Tiger King shows us that like real life can be a lot crazier and weirder than even the stuff that we write. So
No, I know, but it would kind of be like Trailer Park Boys, kind of like a mockumentary on a documentary.
yeah, I know that's true. Well, hopefully it's good. I guess we'll see if it's any good. I don't know.
I can't picture Nicolas Cage being Joe Exotic though.
Well,
People were saying David Spade would be a good actor.
because he even kind of looks. He kind of looks like him. Like I know when he played that Joe Dirt character, right? Like it kind of is in that same look.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nicolas Cage has he's such a unique actor. Like he'd do it. I agree. He doesn't totally look like him, but I feel like he would become a version of him that I want to see. I really like Nicolas Cage, so
he's such a meme that he will just fit the role perfectly.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're right. It's and his meme status almost makes it better. Like it almost makes it makes it more ideal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I think about like Con Air. Like remember how we looked at it, like how we looked in Con Air when he had like the long hair and stuff. I don't know if you guys saw Con Air. But
I haven't watched a lot of movies, Scott.
Oh well. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. He was almost Superman. Nicolas Cage was almost Superman.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, it was during the like right around when Tim Burton was making the Batman movies. And I think they actually started production. Like there's video footage of Nicolas Cage like in the Superman costume, and he was like long haired. It was like a long haired Superman.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Look that up if you haven't seen it.
Wow. That would have been interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been. I wonder what type of Superman movie Tim Burton would have created. Yeah, right around the time when that's right. Right around the time of the Michael Keaton Batman. Yeah. Well, Mauve, is there anything else that? Yeah, we've been honestly all over. Well, I like it actually. I like it. I like that the stuff we talk about. One, we don't plan it, and it's just where the conversation's gonna go. And I also like that you guys, the chat, have also been contributing to the conversation as well, and like seeing where we're gonna go. It's why I enjoy the Sunday morning so much. We just talk about stuff. Mauve, is there anything? Is there any? Yeah, it's one of those. Is there anything that you would like to let people know about or talk about or check out?
No, just check out, my music if you want to check out the Must Be music video on there. And I always have different covers and stuff going on my Instagram and Facebook. So it'd be great to connect with everyone in the chat, to connect with you on those, to keep in touch with everyone. That'd be really great.
Perfect. Yeah, there you go. Check out mauve.music on Instagram, and the link to her YouTube is in the description. And Twitter is Music by Mauve, I think. Is that what it was? I think that's what
that's me on Twitter. Yes.
Cool. Check her out there. All right. Well, you know what, guys? We've been going for an hour and a half here. It's actually pretty good.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It always shoots by. I like when it shoots by because it means that the conversation was just rolling. And
so much to dive into.
Yeah.
Yes. And even the moments when like I go on a tangent and then there's like an awkward pause and like nobody knows what to say, even those moments I still appreciate them.
Yes, they all mean something.
Yeah, because it's like part of it. It's part of the experience. Deathshot says, "See you guys." Yeah, we're gonna wrap things up. So, yeah, I mean you already said, but yeah. So everybody, please follow Mauve. Music by Mauve on Twitter, mauve.music on Instagram, and her YouTube link is in the description. Is your where do you post the most? Instagram kind of your main place you'd like people to follow you?
Yeah, I'd say Instagram's like the most updated one. I put everything on there, so if you're gonna pick one, that's a good one to go with. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, mauve.music. You can see it right there. I've got it actually under your name there, so people can see it every time it cuts to you. So mauve.music, and also the link is in the description. Regine, where can people find you?
You you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at It's Regine Alaina as well. On YouTube, I know Scott mentioned that he put the link in the description, so please subscribe, just so that I can customize my URL. That'd be great. As well, please follow my pageant journey to the Miss Galaxy International Crown. I know it's been pushed another year, so that's just more reason for you to follow. It's Miss Galaxy Canada on Instagram and Facebook.
Cool.
Where can they find you, Scott?
You can find me right here where you are watching this show. Is that on DLive? Then it's dlive.tv/ScottDionBrown. Is it on Twitch? Twitch.tv/ScottDionBrown, or YouTube, youtube.com/ScottDionBrown. And in between those things, you can follow me right here on Instagram at ScottDionBrown, Twitter on ScottDionBrown, Facebook as well. And also more recently, although I haven't really posted there regularly yet, but you can find me on TikTok at Scott Dion Brown Official. And to the person who took the name Scott Dion Brown on TikTok, but they haven't posted anything.
Thank you.
They haven't shared any content. They've just taken the name and parked it.
They just stole it from you.
They stole it from me. Please change your username so I can have it. If you don't want it. If your name is Scott Dion Brown.
You sorry
Then-
for taking every other handle.
Well, no, I'm not sorry about that. I was going to say, if your name is Scott Dion Brown, then I understand. But if it's not, come on. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And also, you guys should follow us on our social medias. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and where else are we at, Scott? YouTube.
Oh, you're talking like
You
the
don't-
show. You're talking like the show social
Yes.
medias. Oh yeah, we always forget to talk about those. They're in the bottom right corner of the screen. Find us on Instagram at The Sit Down Radio Show, where we obviously post updates on who are. Yeah, because it's not a radio show. It's not a radio show.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's on Spotify, so that part of it's kind of like a radio show.
But it's been more of a podcast.
True. Okay, maybe. But for now, the Sit Down Radio Show on Instagram, Sit Down Scott on Twitter, which I like because it's like you're yelling at me.
Sit down, Scott.
Yes. You can also tune in on Spotify as well. We put the episodes there. And Facebook, Facebook is just the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown on Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
So find us there. And good. Good stuff.
You're so awkward.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's because I'm tired, but I just kind of, I'm just kind of in a, I feel kind of nice. I'm just rolling here. I don't mind.
Going with the flow.
Mauve, thank you so very much for being here.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's always great to be joining, and hope you guys take care and stay safe.
You too.
You as
It's
well.
so nice to see you. It's nice to see you in in a different environment, but we do want to get you into that new studio since you have yet to be there. After Scott tests the heck out of it since we haven't been there in 3 months.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet.
In fact,
The
I
new
would love to
setup.
have. Yeah, I'd love to have you come in because in the new setup, it's way better equipped for like
A
live
band.
performance. Yeah, so we could have a full. If you wanted to perform, you could perform to a track as well, but definitely have you sing live. And if you wanted to have a band behind you as well, that's an option. Like it's very flexible. So
Cool.
yeah,
Got all
so-
the specs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So whenever that happens, whenever we get back to some version of normalcy, we will have you back in studio for a proper thing. Maybe when your new EP comes out, when that comes out.
Yeah. Hopefully.
COVID EP.
The COVID EP.
Yeah. So in the meantime, guys, check out Must Be off of her latest EP, Palette, and you could find all that on. Like I said, link in the description to her YouTube channel. YouTube video is there, the music video, and follow mauve.music on Instagram. And all of you who tuned in today, thank you guys so much. Nayapan Kokuk, I'm sure that's not how to say your name, but thank you for tuning in. Death Shot, thank you for tuning in. Who we had Evolve, we had Taylor Brown, we had Elizabeth Marnock, we had Julio232, we had Israel Scott, we had Evolve, we had Emerald B, we had Goat, we had Angelo Pigeon, we had my parents, we had Owen Slock, we had and of course there's always people who tuned in who didn't talk in the chat, but that's okay too because we're doing the talking. All of you guys who tuned in, thank you so much. You couldn't go anywhere, but you could have gone anywhere on the internet, and you chose to come right here to this show, and for that we are eternally grateful. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you again next week, same time, same channel, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the sit down. And tomorrow night I will be live streaming some Brawlhalla. So come on in and play some video games with me there. We're going to try a 3v3 tournament. Incredible time. And you guys, any final thoughts?
I'm just going to jump in with the Black Lives Matter stuff that are going on. If you guys are supporting, which you should be, please do everything that you can on social media, donate, do some research, educate yourselves, and hopefully after this whole pandemic is over, we will be living in a more peaceful 2020 world.
Absolutely. Yeah, get out there. Yeah, sign. There are petitions that you can sign. There are several places you can donate as well, either to different causes, people who are part of the activist cause, or directly to the family of George Floyd. I know that's available as well. So yeah, look it up, do your research. And yeah, absolutely, Regine. My biggest hope is that there is some solid real change that comes out of this. That's what I hope to happen.
Hopefully 2020 will have a newer 2020 vision coming out, as cheesy as that is.
Absolutely. And Mauve, any final thoughts, final words?
Yes, I agree with that. We're all being united together and making sure justice is being served. So let's all continue to use our voices to spread, love and peace.
Absolutely. Love and peace. There you go. Must be love, everybody. Must be.
There you go.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We will see you again very, very soon. And bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye, 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 bye.
Ciao.